Thank you very much, Mr. Acting Deputy President. This is an important debate. It goes to the heart of how far we think we have progressed as a democratic nation. It goes to the heart of how we balance those freedoms that set us apart from so many other citizens in our global community. It's clear from today's debate there are a variety of views, and that is why the government's decision to have an exposure draft, to invite community opinion, to encourage community discussion on this is a good process. It would have been very disappointing, it would have been undefensible if the government had come to a position and not had an opportunity for the community and the parliament to debate it in a calm and measured way. I don't doubt for a moment that the views of others, that are different from mine are genuinely held. And I give them great generosity because I understand that my lived experience will be very, very different from the lived experience so far of many others. I can't comprehend the hurt, the shattering hurt that people may have felt over their lived experience so far as a result of racism. From my own personal experience, I know the shattering hurt that can come from homophobic thoughts and actions. But my lived experience means that I'll be listening carefully to the views of many, many Australians, not just elected representatives, but others across the community on this sensitive issue. But, Mr. Acting Deputy President, I start from the position of supporting freedom. I start from the position of trusting Australians. I start from the position of saying that bigotry, homophobia, religious intolerance should be pulled out of the darkness. It should be put in a public place, and we should educate with speech. We should discuss to deter and encourage people away from those ill-founded thoughts. Now, of course, in a nation as big as ours, we will not always be able to put hand on heart and know that 100% of Australians are free from ignorant or ill-considered thoughts. But the debate that we are engaging in is one about whether or not we think the community can step up, whether we think the government can step back, and whether, as a result of that, our democratic fabric is strengthened over time and not weakened. I'm sure I speak for many, many, many West Australians who believe that racism is not tolerated in our country, that racism should be combated. But many will argue that part of our democratic evolution is for government and laws to step back so that communities can step up to the challenge. I believe that this matter of public importance is based on a false premise. If I understand the opposition's position correctly, it is that racism is festering, is contagious throughout Australia, and the only thing holding it back is Section 18C of the Race Discrimination Act. I don't think that is true. Excuse me, Senator Cameron, you will have an opportunity to debate this. I'm expressing—
Senator Smith, please address your comments to the chair.
Thank you very much, Mr. Acting Deputy President. To put it more bluntly, I believe that the Coalition has a little more faith in the basic decency, not to mention the intelligence of Australians, than others may do in this place. I'm confident that that faith is not misplaced. This MPI highlights the basic problem with those that are critical of the government's exposure draft. At their core, I don't believe they trust humanity. I don't believe they trust human progress. Why is Australia a tolerant and open society today? I'd argue it's because Australians are of themselves open and tolerant, that they are decent to their core, that they don't need to be told by bureaucrats or politicians, that they need to introduce
Senator
laws or
Smith,
stand
your
by.
time has elapsed. Senator